Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising, today is a new day to start again. It is 1/2/2024. I am right. I have been watching. I have been observing. I'm working harder than you are. And when we are looking at the same situation, I know what I'm talking about. But you have a lot of emotion. So you are going to start flailing about. And I already know that that's going to happen. And I'm not going to be able to articulate what I am aware of to you because you are not in the same vicinity. So I just have to stay out of the way and let the way make my case for me because there's natural law. Like I have to just watch you squeal. No one sees what I see because I see my own. And one of the problems with when you bring somebody in to a situation that is dedicated, and I'm not trying to compare myself, I'm just talking about the process. Somebody that, let's just talk about poker. If somebody comes into the poker table and you can tell that that person, their one activity while they're playing is to observe and play poker to the best of their abilities, and they're in there to do it, and you know that, that makes you uncomfortable because you don't want to do that. You don't want to play to that level. So you hate on it because you are disrupted. It's the same way with life all the way around. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely. I don't stay sad for long. I let the tears come and I wipe the tears and get back in there, and I try to do it while I'm still numb. Like if you've been beat up a little bit and you're starting to cry and you get back in there, you just take the hit and you take it and you take it until they get tired. It's kind of like Rocky 3 whenever Rocky starts taking the punches and Apollo's getting all stressed out because he's like, "You're losing everything." And Apollo's like, nah, he's got this. And Rocky's like, "You're getting tired." As he's getting brain damage. You can't take one punch like that. Why do we have rivals? Oh, wait, no, I gotta jump back. There's still a lot more Rocky stuff. There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! Who wouldn't want Adrian in their life? Like Rocky was not Rocky without Adrian for sure. I mean, Adrian would make anybody into Rocky. Rocky 2, you know, they're in there and she looks up at him. She just had this baby and she's like, just almost died. And she's like, "Go win your boxing match." Dun, 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 dun. If you can't go on getting along and improving with something like that in your life, then there's something wrong with you. And maybe a little Mickey with you too. He's over on the side going, "Well, what are we waiting for?" Dun 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 dun. Rocky's great, man. It's the eye of the tiger. Tiger's Eye is a really good rock. If you don't got no Tiger's Eye, I'll get you some Tiger's Eye. Rising up from the challenge of our rivals. See how I tied that together? That was supposed to be earlier. Why do I have rivals? I don't. If you're comparing yourself to me, I assure you I am different. I am not your enemy. I have fire, a lot of it, more than most. When it gets hot, I can't control it. There's been several times in my life where whew, I get revved up, and I call it seeing red. It's dangerous stuff. Um, I can control it while it's cold. For everyone, I stay cold. Let it go, let it go. The cold never bothered me anyway. Do you want to build a snowman or ride our bikes around the hall? I have a bike. I loved Frozen. It was a really good. The first time I watched it, what got me was finish each other's sandwiches. When I heard that line as an adult while I was with my kids, and I was just, it was that clever wit. I have 4 daughters, so I have seen Frozen 717,461 times. I think I would enjoy being in a musical, though. I've been thinking about that a lot recently. I think I would like to try that someday, is to be in a musical. Maybe by the time I get on stage, I'll have a cane. And maybe I can keep relaxed, and I can look old, and I could do some kind of like a breakdancing thing. I don't breakdance, but something fun. There are traveling theaters. That would be gratifying. And I think I would be good at it. I think I'd be good at entertaining people, and I think I would enjoy it. So that's something that I've thought about. You're supposed to, like my dad always said, find what makes you happy and then turn it into your job. And I feel like my dad would find my story kind of amusing. He loved movies, and I think he would like watching my life, especially if it had an interesting ending. Like my life is the kind of movie my dad would enjoy watching. When you're riding on a bumpy road, like if it's bumpy and you're just, like let's say you're in a wagon train and you're just going along and it's just miserable because you're just bumping. But every once in a while you get those smooth paths, those areas of life where everything is settled and you can kind of get your stuff together and fix your makeup and whatever you're doing, and you laugh and you lick your wounds a little bit, and that was horrible, but you know that it's getting ready to get right back into it again, and there's not much time, so you try to enjoy it. Sometimes the 20 minutes on the side in the middle of that is what makes the difference. Impulse control, sequences of events, like that's the net that people will hear sometimes, the cycle. It's just there's always a thing, and then there's like impulses. So there's both. There's this and this, and it's constantly going on. When you center, it's like you can see it, but you're not in it, and that allows you to see yourself, like you can look back at yourself. What I equate it to is you allow father to see mother. You bring them both together, and vice versa. You allow mother to see father. You see the spotlight with the shadows around it. Every once in a while, you can see where it is raining and while you are standing where it is not. So you can kind of, the light hits it the right way. And there's something in the air. It's like a veil. But it's always there. That depends on if you see it and feel it and taste it, or if you're in the right position. Breathe. I love to breathe by myself at 3 a.m. Since I've been on this thing where I've went through this really strange roll and ride in my life, every day it seems, early in the morning, I wake up and I'm excited. And recently I've been excited to do these videos. I know that I'm just doing this like for nothing other than helping me process through things, but Like, I enjoy getting up and writing all this down and then presenting it. I don't know why. I've only got a few people that like it, but I think about it on my bus ride to work. Like, what I'll do is I'll process after all this is done. It takes a while to upload the video, and then I do some spiritual stuff. Then I take a nap, and then I go back to work, and I go back into my daily life. This is like a whole different part of me, and it allows me to do a lot of things. And but like while I'm on my bus ride to work to go, I'm thinking about the next day of not really this part, but the initial getting up in the morning to see what's new. It's so strange. I like having coffee with my creator, is how I relate it. Is really, I'm not trying to say that I'm talking directly with a sit down with the old man. I'm just saying that it's weird. It's like that veil that I was talking about. It's, I don't know what to tell you. It's the best part of my day though. And like in my life, it's been the most gratifying part of my life, and I'm spending it by myself. So I breathe in through the nostrils and out through my mouth, and I say thank you. It's what a trip. What a trip. I have had a very eventful life. It's been very, I've had a lot of different things. What a ride. And there's so many funny characters. It's, by the time I'm one of them. By the time I get to noon every day, though, my conversation this has worn off, and I'm in this dangerous world where there seems to be a lot of rivals to me, whether I want them or not. They're just there, and the time we have away in silence that can't be seen or heard by my rivals, that's where I guess if you want to call it my advantage comes from. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just because I'm not really keeping things. I'm playing poker. We're at a poker table here, kid. We are aware of them. I am aware. I'm more aware. But we are close to the best. I put we, but I'm really talking about me, so I can only really speak on me. Don't speak of others. I've been really trying to work on that. I don't have any rivals. Nothing compares to me. There's nothing that compares to me. There is nothing that compares to you. There is no other you, unless you got a twin, and those twins, those are interesting, but there's nothing, even when you're a twin, you're still two different people. You can't make up for yourself like what you've done. You can't make up for yourself. There's no real redemption. There's resurrection, I guess. There's rebirth. Then I got into yesterday, yesteryear. I looked it up because I was, that's what I do. Yester means, you know what yester means when you look it up? It means yesterday. Yesterday. Yester means yesterday. So then I'm like, okay, so what does yesterday mean? And it means the day before. Before what? Today. What is today? What does yester mean? Yester means yesterday? It can't. Yester can't mean yesterday. Sounds like a computing error to me, is what it does. But that's like a category error. That's where I feel like those are like glitches in the Matrix. So let's just end with that. Maybe somebody else can make heads or tails out of that coin toss that I just made. Does not compute. My definition is yesterday is Jacob's ladder. Yesterday is a ladder. Jacob's ladder is cool. And today is a new day to start again. The Tao is great. Do great. Be great.